Live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson, it's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm David Rice, inviting you to join Bart and his guests. From Northwest Community Schools Superintendent Jeff Bontrager. From Richmond Brothers CEO and Certified Financial Planner Matt Kerfman. From Salvation Army Jackson Major Matt Grindle with For Headlock on Hunger Jared Hammond. Head coach for Jackson United Hockey Corey Doriron with Jackson United players. And from West Point, Joe and April Lammers. And now, here's Bart.
Thanks so much, David Rice. And good afternoon. Hope your day is going great so far. And we're here to make sure it continues just that way. A pretty nice day right now. We've had some drizzle, but the temperature's been warming up. We're at 40 degrees right now, and we could get a little bit warmer this afternoon. Tonight, 28 degrees with clouds. Wednesday, a warmer day, 50 with a slight chance of showers. Warmer still on Thursday, 53 with showers, and those will continue into Thursday night and Friday. But Friday we will have a warm day, 65, and a pretty mild weekend. Saturday, showers, 66, and Sunday, sunny and 59. I bet we'll see some golfers and cyclists and other outdoor recreation enthusiasts over the next few days. And that's today's weather, brought to you by Kelly Express. Savings on snacks. Kelly Express has David's sunflower seeds just in time for spring baseball season, 2 for $5. Old Trapper 10-ounce bags are $10.99. The 1 bar, $2.99. And Ferris Craft Beer Mix, the nuts and crackers, $5.99. You can pick up a slice of pizza at any of the Kelly Express locations for just $1.99. And the large specialty pizza and an order of breadsticks for $25. That's the special today, this week at Kelly Express. A glance outside shows us bit of overcast, a little drizzle. Did you see any drizzle, Brandon? You were out.
Little droplets, yeah.
Drizzle.
Not heavy drizzle, just a couple of droplets on the windshield.
Dropsels.
Yeah, the dropsels.
Yeah, not bad. At least it's not snow. The Northeast are getting another walloping batch of snow and ice today. Today is March 3rd, by the way. Happy New Month. It's still applicable today. Today is National Canadian Bacon Day. Well, which nation? Canada or the U.S.? Well, we'll celebrate it here. Another great thing that Canada gives us, the Canadian bacon. And it's not really bacon. Well, it is. It's Canadian bacon, but not like American bacon. Canadian bacon is smoked and cured like American bacon. Made from pork, made from the back loin of the pig, distinct from the fatty belly bacon. It's more similar to ham. In fact, a lot of people use it like ham, or they use Canadian bacon instead of ham. Popular.
Yeah. That's what's on the Egg McMuffin, right?
It's on the Egg McMuffin.
Yes, it's so good.
And it's also a key component of Brandon's favorite breakfast brunch item.
Mm-hmm. Eggs Benedict.
Eggs Benedict.
Yes.
Yes.
Best breakfast item ever.
It is. Eggs
So
Benedict.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. In Canada, they don't call it Canadian bacon. What do you think they call it?
Ham?
No, they call it back bacon because it's from the back. What did Andy ever do with the piggy one?
I don't know, but I was going to ask him if I could have some of that Canadian bacon.
I would like some Canadian bacon, too. On this day, it's also National Cold Cuts Day, so we salute Joey Cold Cuts at Prime Cuts. It's National Moscow Mule Day, and that has to be served in a copper mug. Peace Corps Day and World Wildlife Day. On this day in 1875, more than 150 years ago, the first indoor ice hockey game was played in Montreal. It was never before played indoors. It was always played outdoors, and there was never any specifics to the size of the rink or anything like that. A lot of the ice skating was done on ponds. And Montreal resident James Creighton, who's many have considered him one of the fathers of ice hockey, he advertised in the Montreal Gazette that on March 3rd there would be an indoor ice skating hockey game at the Victoria skating rink. And they would choose 9 members to play, representing 2 teams. Normally, more than 9 played ice hockey outdoors. I guess it was come one, come all. But they limited it to 9, and we don't know who won, but the Montreal Gazette reported the next day that the game attracted a crowd of 40 spectators, and a skirmish broke out at game's end where shins and heads were battered, benches smashed, and the lady spectators fled in confusion. So the key component to ice hockey, the fight, part of the very first indoor ice hockey game, that's how you lose the teeth. On this day in 1931, President Herbert Hoover signed a congressional act making the Star-Spangled Banner the official national anthem of the United States. So we didn't have an official national anthem until 1931. I wonder what people like Whitney Houston would sing before the hockey games. And on this day in 1923, Time magazine published its very first issue. And over the years, being on the cover of Time, it was an honor reserved for notable people in the news. Brandon, for, okay, we'll go the full boat, for $1 million, who was featured on the very first issue of Time magazine.
Kind of looks like Abraham Lincoln if he wasn't assassinated.
You know, he's actually, his signature, if I could read it, his signature is Joseph G. Cannon, and he was the Speaker of the House back in 1923.
Okay.
Also on this day in 2005, you may remember this, Steve Fawcett became the first person to fly an airplane around the world solo, all the way around the world. He made no stops. Wow. No stops for refueling, no stops to go to the bathroom, no stops for snacks. A journey of 40,234 kilometers, or 25,000 miles. And he did it took a long time actually, around the world, 67 hours. Now Today in the J brought to you by Experience Jackson. And there we see some coffee cups and water bottles on the shelves at Soar Cafe, where Tuesday Tens is underway. The first Tuesday of every month, starting today. It's Tuesday Tens, a year-round lunch program featuring $10 lunch specials at 18 participating downtown Jackson restaurants. Whether you're on a lunch break, meeting friends, or just looking for a great midday meal, Tuesday Tens is an easy and affordable way to support local businesses. So grab your friends and join Tuesday Tens for lunch starting today. And that goes until, it's like hours, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
Yeah, still got time if you go now.
You know what some people do, and I think this is a good idea, you buy the lunch and you just save it for dinner. So you can have a dinner.
Get a couple different places too. You could have lunch and then get a different place for dinner and buy it ahead of time. You could do that. You could have one, or you could buy one and then maybe can't eat it all and have the rest. Yeah.
Also today, there's a downtown Jackson community meeting. Brandon, you want to go? because we, being downtown employees, would have an interest in this event. The Jackson DDA invites anyone to the meeting tonight from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. It's at the Theodore Event Center at 402 West Michigan Avenue. You'll hear what's coming to downtown this spring and summer. Come and see what's coming downtown and discover how you can support a vibrant, thriving downtown community. Tonight is Turntable Tuesday with Brian Tucker at Ironbark Brewing Company, and I invite you to drop in between 6 and 9 as Brian Tucker is spinning vinyl records, grooving together, 6 till 9 at Ironbark, 2610 KB Road. And it's industry night at the Honky Tonk at Oak and Iron. People in the restaurant and bar and hospitality industry are invited to come to Honky Tonk tonight. You get a special deal, discounts on drinks and beverages, plus you get free entry to a weekend show after you've attended 5 industry nights. That's at the Honky Tonk at Oak and Iron, across the street from downtown in Jackson. And one heads up for tomorrow, the City of Jackson is hosting the 2026 State of the City Address at 6 p.m. at the City Center downtown. Now, for those of you who can't be in attendance in person, you'll be able to watch a live stream of the event.
We don't know. There's some things we have to check out. It will air right after the meeting for sure. Live stream is not guaranteed.
Tape delayed live stream.
That for sure.
At the worst.
Yes.
Because there is no internet in the City Center building.
Yeah.
So
we're going to try, but there's a lot of things that we have to consider and test before we try to do it live, and Adam's on it. But
so they put millions into that building and they didn't do the internet. Is that right? Am I hearing
there's
right?
more than just whether they have internet, but I can't really explain it right now.
So it's being worked on.
Being worked on. We'll let you know.
Yeah. We knew there was no internet last year.
Correct.
Well, it'll be taped late or it'll be live, either way, on the City of Jackson's Facebook page. But you're welcome to attend. They will have, if last year is evidence, great refreshments. They had, I think, 3 or 4 different caterers with all kinds of charcuterie plates, and it was awesome. And the keys to the city will be presented to various individuals tomorrow night at the State of the City address. Last night it was high school district basketball. The girls' tournament began last night, and JTV was there covering the action as the Springport Spartans beat the Napoleon Pirates on the Pirates' home court. A fairly low-scoring game, 26-18. Springport will face Lumen Christi on Wednesday in the district semifinal, and that will also be at Napoleon. The other game that was played last night that JTV covered, a big win for Hanover Horton over East Jackson, 62-16. And in that game, Molly Soper had 26 points. Wow. Awesome job, Molly. Now, Hanover Horton will face Grass Lake in the other district semifinal on Wednesday. And the winner of those 2 games will face each other on Friday. So we've got some great potential matchups coming up this week, and JTV Sports will be there to cover all the action. We'll have video crews and photo galleries covering the games. Check them out online at jtv.tv. And tonight, it is the boys' regional semifinals, and JTV Sports will be all over the state. They're all over the state.
They are. Everywhere.
You can see the complete rundown of the games, locations, and times on the Center for Family Health Sports scoreboard on jtv.tv. Tomorrow is Wednesday, which means it's Wellness Wednesday. Your health journey begins right here on JTV. At Henry Ford Jackson Hospital, we're committed to supporting your wellness every step of the way. As seen on JTV, the Henry Ford experts routinely share insights on how to live healthier, prevent illness, and get the care you need when you need it. Whether you're managing a chronic condition or simply looking to feel your best, we're here to help. This week's guest tomorrow on Wellness Wednesday is Dr. Brian Amadani. And Dr. Amadani is the director for the Center for Health Policy and Health Services Research at Henry Ford Health. And Time Magazine, who featured the Speaker of the House in 1923, well, Time Magazine has named Brian Amadani as one of the world's most influential health leaders, and he'll be right here on JTV tomorrow. We have a wonderful lineup of guests today with wonderful information. We've got some events we'll be previewing. We'll look at, well, all kinds of things, starting with Jeff Bontrager, who's the superintendent at Northwest Community Schools, and they've got a busy week in Mountyville. Matt Kerfman from Richmond Brothers will be here. Matt, a certified financial planner. He has some ideas on retirement realities that you might not be planning for. We've also got joining us today from the Salvation Army Jackson, Major Matt Grindle, and Jared Hammond, J-Rod. J-Rod making his first appearance on the show.
Yes.
I was on J-Rod's show last year, so I'm glad we're able to return the favor. But they're working on a wrestling event. We've got Corey Doiron, the coach of Jackson United. They just completed an incredible season. And Parker Goff, one of his athletes, will be here, and maybe another. And Joe Lammers and April Lammers, the owners of West Point, will be here today. And we'll look back on what a great part of our community and a treasured institution that West Point is. All this and more today on JTV. Great you're here. And we get started with Jeff Bontrager right after this.